Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a giddy couple in love that loves reacting to some Genshin Impact.
Giddy for Genshin!
Yeah, and so this is part 2 of our reaction for Omnipresence over Mortals. And if you want all of our Genshin Impact reactions, we got playlists for you. And if you want early ad-free access, then go ahead and check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Or you can go to patreon.com/definitely-not-definitive. We also got early access here on YouTube. You know, a little join button. Join our YouTube membership.
Yeah.
It's options depending on which way you want to go.
Exactly.
What a workout!
Is that it? Oh, it was a little challenging.
How
How humble.
know so much about the Raiden Shogun?
You mean me?
Who else is here?
Perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's servant.
What?
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados? Huh. Never would have guessed by looking at you.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Aw.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But I don't think that's the same thing as complete stasis.
Agreed.
At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult for me to join her on.
Yeah, she started taking that turning thing a little bit too literally.
A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind,
Yeah,
at
exactly. In
least.
her mind, I mean.
Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on track, regardless of the cost. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating herself in the plane of euthymia is her idea of eternity, then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her back out of her own head and into the real world.
Aw, Miko. You sound like a really great friend.
Yeah, Nico's awesome.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly spare the sentimentality for the time being? Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for Anti-Raiden Shogun Training Phase 2.
There's a part 2?
Okay.
Whirling snow! We're finally done! How did we do?
Okay.
You did quite admirably. I could see your determination and your hard work.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden Shogun now?
How do I put this?
Happy butt wiggle.
You're no match for her at all.
Okay.
So all of this was a complete waste of time?
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing.
Trust you.
You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
They're no match for her either.
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, but when they face the Raiden Shogun herself,
Yeah, she went the floor with him.
considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they're ultimately quite helpless.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them.
It's
On the
just so
contrary.
easy.
It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that their will is all the more precious. In short, if everything goes according to plan, they may yet prove to be helpful.
Yes, what is the plan?
Goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today. We can talk more back at the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Yeah, because the plan's not important.
All of this said and you're entertaining guests?
Right?
Paimon's really struggling to understand how you work.
Same page, Paimon.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Eat a good breakfast.
Don't know. What is it?
You must understand the situation you are facing. The Vision
Spy
Hunt
letter.
decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity.
Belladere confirmed this.
Yes, this is the strongest piece of evidence we have to go on. Now, we also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been enthusiastically spearheaded by the Tenryou Commission from
Promulgation?
the outset.
Don't know when's the last time I heard that word.
saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of collusion with the Fatui. Foolish humans, blinded by their greed.
Usually how it goes.
Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rogue commissions wrapped around their finger, and is distributing delusions from the shadows. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection of two commissions and the Raiden Shogun, we would be rather hard-pressed to track them down.
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou Commission.
Nice.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the Tenryou Commission has rebelled already.
Yeah, but rebellion within the commission against...
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean inciting a certain someone to betray the Tenryou Commission. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun.
Don't be so coy.
I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine at this time every month, and she is our guest today.
Kujusara?
She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Okay!
Don't move a muscle.
Can't you hear?
You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active warrant for your arrest. Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now. You're coming with me to headquarters. Seize him.
Try.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face criminal charges for dishonoring the Shogun,
Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell
She's
your
great.
subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
Over drinks.
As you wish.
We're gonna do brunch.
Bottomless mimosas and everything will be fine. again.
Exactly.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not
Nice
also
word, Guji-ai.
dishonor the Shogun to hide a wanted criminal at her grand shrine?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match you when it comes to loyalty to the Shogun.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too.
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
You're definitely loyal.
It's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance. Have you been kept in the dark? Or are you the only one left in the light?
Lady
Like
Guji,
how
I
she
need
phrased
you
that.
to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its knees. And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission, they're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the Shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji Yae, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. The Tri-Commission has served the Shogun since ancient times and remains absolutely loyal to this day. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryou Commission, especially from the head of the clan, Kujo Takayuki. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the Shogun pales in comparison to his. How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days.
Because he's greedy.
Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so,
Dropping knowledge
it
left and
falls
right.
to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a formal apology for slandering the Kujo clan. Also,
I will arrest
he
you.
will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days. I look forward to it very much.
Does Miko look scared?
That was so scary. Hana wasn't expecting to
Mom.
run into Kujosara here. But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Is that all in hand and good to go?
Nope, that's what we need to go find.
Why are you always asking so many questions?
Oh,
Of course not.
Damn.
I just had to say something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not entirely unexpected.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail when we're facing off against a god, can we?
fair point.
Okay, but what are we gonna do though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me. We must awaken the professional.
The professional.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Hyman's never seen one of these before. Not a Tanuki. I'm a Mujina.
She's the one that always sleeps. Always wants to nap.
So
It's narcolepsy.
tired. If I don't get enough sleep, it'll stunt my growth. Is this the professional you were talking about?
Yeah.
She doesn't look very professional at all.
Professional napper.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban, a genuine, bona fide ninja.
Nice.
Wow, a ninja? So was that one of those legendary ninja transformation techniques? Anyway, what's the Shumatsuban?
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right to give orders to the Shiumatsuban. However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well within my abilities. Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. It
Oh,
would
easy
not
enough.
be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but
Yeah, what exactly is evidence? No idea what you're looking for.
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. I'll indulge you with a little more information.
Gee, thanks.
For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou Commission is nigh on impossible. But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions might have an easier job of figuring out what they're up to.
Yashiro Commission.
Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet, but with the help of this Shiumatsuban ninja, I'm sure you'll be able to rendezvous with your friends. Don't forget, we're
Didn't
on a
pass out
tight
on the way there.
schedule here. Be sure to bring back the evidence in good time.
Toma, you there? It's us. We're back.
Pet the puppy.
Yeah, definitely pet the puppy. You should always pet the puppy.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
No.
Not
No.
just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have something to discuss? I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for 1 second.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal. Let me think. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance for a long time now, but not once has the Shogun ever inquired about it. I used to think that she simply didn't care, but looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryou Commission's reports to the Shogun.
What do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information in their reports, we would have no way of knowing.
Gotta steal those
Meanwhile,
reports.
The Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we had access to their reports, it would confirm everything.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If
Stealth
only there was
mission.
a way we could distract the guards just for long enough.
A distraction, you say?
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding suggestion, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone set off fireworks near the statue, they certainly wouldn't ignore it. While they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report, as well as any other evidence she might find.
Are you getting all this, Sayu?
It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man again. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this.
It's not been quite that long.
Well, it certainly felt like it to me.
Yeah,
I've been
being
looking forward to seeing you again every day since I got here.
hidden here the entire
This tea
time.
house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last set foot outside of here. Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so badly.
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate properly when it's all over.
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
All right. First, let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
I really hope the plan works out.
Fireworks are more visible at night. If possible, I suggest you wait till after dark to put your plan into action.
Yeah, we have people setting off fireworks here in the daylight. Not the smartest move.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. The super duper
Shh, do like a little roll.
extra large firework? You sure came to the right person. As it happens, I made this really souped up one just a couple days ago. But it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Huh, may as well give it to you. Let me know how it turns out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears.
That loud? What? Huh?
Why does Paimon feel so nervous all of a sudden?
Because she's selling you an untested product.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's just a firework. Come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Blow off your hand?
Give it a try. Thanks, Yoimiya.
And a firework is just a fun word for an explosive, so
Yeah.
How I thought.
pretty bad things could happen.
Loads and loads of people. If one of them spots trust me, I'll get caught. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside.
You just have to trust Yoimiya.
After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay? Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me.
Aww.
Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Careful does it. Watch out for guards and don't get caught.
Stealth.
What if she like falls asleep on the job?
Yeah.
I feel like her odds of getting caught are somewhat high.
By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way. Quick, run! Well, how did it go?
The firework and ran away.
Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
She get captured.
Yeah.
I know exercise helps you grow, but this was a little too much exercise.
Why does she just have a leaf on top of her
I
head?
feel so dizzy. Everyone is spinning.
I don't know.
No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do first. Oh, right, yeah, I got it. I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of stuff that looks suspicious.
Nice, okay.
Here you go. I'm going to sleep now.
Job well done, Sayu. You earned that nap.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui.
See, that's pretty damning evidence.
Right. They have been fomenting unrest behind the scenes. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiae. I trust you will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still,
Jabayaka.
mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about her drawing that blade.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
We'll just have to trust Gujiae. She is close to the Shogun, so maybe she will have a way. If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami Shrine.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
Your attitude's about to change
I knew
really
you'd
quickly.
Keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days. Have you managed to get any sleep at all?
You're quite mistaken. I would never doubt the leaders of my clan.
Yeah, we know.
So,
Blind loyalty.
where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan, and it doesn't look like a forgery. I don't understand.
Please don't proceed without
Not a
obstacles.
single word about the resistance,
Yep.
Sango no Miya, or the situation on the front line. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line, or the hardship endured by the people? Do they deserve no mention? Utter
Exactly.
disregard for human life. Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake
Because
of
the Shogun would not want that.
decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission, they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Oh, you get it?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision Hunt decree?
I also have a confidential letter here.
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret from the Shogun, too.
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are here before you. Surely, you aren't planning to turn a blind eye to them?
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... How could they?
Yeah, it's a tough pill
This
to swallow.
betrayal is unforgivable. Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do.
She's gonna kill him.
Seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryo rebellion is successfully underway.
Shogun's army was without a leader for now.
Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Hold on, traveler. There's something else we need to discuss.
Oh, really?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god, correct?
Correct.
You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that day.
Why?
If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the opportunity you need. Take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be answered and all your problems will disappear in the blink of an eye. Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up appearing right in front of you.
Okay.
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the traveler.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to face my hopeless fool of a friend. I'm counting on you.
So we're gonna have to like tie up Toma again? To like recreate everything that happened?
That's a good point.
You followed me here? You've got guts, I'll give you that.
Gee, thanks.
Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have received an explanation from Takayuki. But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately, but you'll also be charged with one more crime.
Not one more crime.
Myself clear. Good.
Master's orders.
May knowledge guide you.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Your own men you were commanding. Turn against you.
Yep. That's pretty brutal.
Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane? How dare you disregard my orders?
This guy sounds like a
Master,
tool.
Go on, ask him. Don't let him intimidate you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paimon.
Paimon.
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the Fatui. Please, tell me why.
Foolish,
So
naive
this is how
girl.
my documents went missing from headquarters. You stole them.
So that's what you have
Should
to say
I
about
take
it?
your words to mean that these documents
She's about to
were
kick you in the
not
nuts with those, man.
forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryo Commission really betrayed the Shogunate?
The Shogun betrayed us long ago.
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was penned by my hand.
But
He just came right out and admitted it.
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed.
There we
And
go.
All they
There it
requested
is.
of me in return was to see that the Vision Hunt decrees upheld. For too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans who would tear us down at the first opportunity. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation and crack down on our enemies at the same time, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform you, Sarah.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this time and act like it's nothing?
Betrayal? How can you call this a betrayal?
But-
The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true.
you are
What could
such a
they
fool. That's why.
possibly
Okay.
hope to achieve? When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees and tremble. paralyzed by fear and trepidation. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
He's just overconfident in her power, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior, especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact, he seems to be way too into it.
Yeah.
Seems
Master.
he's gone a little bit
What
crazy.
about loyalty. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance of loyalty from servants to their superiors. But it's clear to me now that you wanted
Should be a
my
two-way
loyalties
street.
to stop with the Kujo clan. So you were scared that I would betray you one day? You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Eyes are finally open.
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan.
Yeah, your legacy.
I'm quite sure the almighty Shogun would be sympathetic to that.
Then why not tell her the
As
truth?
would the former head of our clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty surprise.
No point in trying to argue with him.
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing to do? Even though it goes against what I know in my heart to be right. But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long
you thought
as
the
she
Shogun
leads
wanted, yeah.
the way, who among us is qualified to judge between right and wrong when we have not yet reached the end of the path? But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path, it has long since been defiled by your selfish ways. So I'm going
Strong
to tell
words.
the Shogun the truth about all this.
Oh no, he's gonna kill you.
Nothing
Don't turn your
else.
back.
Yeah.
My conscience will be clear.
Don't turn your back.
Stubborn and futile. Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now unshakable, and nothing you can do will change this. The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat, a harbinger by the name of Signora.
Ooh, we get to see her again, Senora. Nice.
Signora's the one behind all this? Not her again. Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman. We should have known.
Angry butt wiggle.
Diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece, she's got another thing coming.
Okay, Kujo-sara.
Sarah stormed off. Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now?
They have to settle the score with Senora.
You can say that again. All right then, let's do this.
Oh yeah, Paimon is pumped. All right, nice. Looking forward to seeing Senora again. Really enjoyed her from previous quests, and yeah, like I'm glad that Kujo-sara ended up being one of the good ones, and someone that was just blind and couldn't see the whole picture, but had a lot of honor.
Yeah. Her boss
Yeah.
is.
Basically her father, because I think she said they got adopted.
Oh, true.
so,
Yeah. Greed is like one of the oldest sins in the book, right? So people do a lot of terrible things for the sake of self-interest and money.
Yep.
And one way that you can kind of spot that is when someone says to you, loyalty is servants to their master or employees to their boss.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a one-way street. It should always be a two-way street. If you have loyalty towards your boss or your company or your I don't like
Tenryu Commission
or your commissioner, they should have it back to you, because especially as like somebody who's working for them, that is in essence what makes it all happen and what makes the company run. Like without employees, companies aren't anything. So there should always be a two-way street of loyalty and care.
Yeah, well said. Also, last time we talked about how we thought I thought it was didn't know what was going on, because if they did know, then like why would they want civil war? Because that's not like protecting eternity. I had no idea that like the puppet master, the puppet itself of the Raiden Shogun, wasn't even getting all the information, which I guess makes sense because like I didn't know how that worked. Like if A is like in her little like meditation pod or whatever, like a meditation world dimension, if she's getting all the information that her puppet is, or if she just like so like I didn't know how that was working. But it ended up being right that the Raiden Shogun wasn't getting all the information to her. It's sad because of all those people that like that as Kujosara was talking about, all those people that got hurt and just were completely forgotten and not cared about and treated as nothing.
What word did she use? I can't remember what it was. Basically, like the essence of having a complete lack of value for human life. Which again, like if you're on that side, you're kind of on the bad side.
Yeah.
If you don't consider like others or people's lives and their well-being. So I definitely appreciate that. Like, as she was putting all of this together, it wasn't just thinking of, like, herself and the betrayal that she
That's
felt,
true.
but it was thinking about, like, oh my God, all of these other people who made sacrifices, some right up to the sacrifice of their own life for the belief in this thing that is now nothing. That is devastating and heartbreaking. Also, with what you were talking about with the Raiden Shogun and, like, sort of not getting all the information and being in a pod, just made me think of, like, that's sort of the dangers of tunnel vision, right?
Yeah.
You get fixated on something and like you put blinders on to like everything else. You miss relevant information and stuff that could maybe make you do a necessary pivot that would be for the better.
Yeah, it made me think of the Earth King in Avatar that wasn't getting all the information, didn't know that there is no war. There is no war in Inazuma.
Yep.
Our Sleepy Ninja was fun.
Oh,
She was
so
different.
cute with her little like panda hood and everything.
It was really sweet. If I get captured, you promise to go and save me.
Yeah, she was so adorable and so sweet. And then when she said that, it made me really worried she was going to get captured because like she also has narcolepsy.
Yeah.
She just falls asleep.
True. That was probably
not opportune to
troublesome.
send someone on like a stealth mission when they have a habit of falling asleep. Although I did love how she responded to exercise. I know exercise is good for you, but that was just too much.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. And Yai Miko continues to be amazing in this. Just her overall attitude and everything like that. The voice actress for this is fantastic. Really is able to get like a very nice, like, I don't know, inflection and just the confident, carefree attitude.
Yeah, don't play poker against Yai Miko. Because you are not going to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I love when Paimon was like, so, like, you have all this evidence, right? No, of course not.
Yep.
But what else was I going to say? I mean...
But you believe that she did, yeah.
Yeah, she's got a great poker face.
Yep, agreed. If you want early ad-free access and you want to see the next part right now, you can go ahead and check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Or you can hit our little join button down below for our YouTube membership.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching Genshin Impact with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.